on this Thursday morning, and the evidence is mounting that there is a serious housing crisis in this region. In Halifax alone, more than 1,000 people are currently unhoused or living with housing instability. In some areas around the city, there are encampments that dozens of people currently call home. One of those encampments is located at the Cobequid Ball Field in Lower Sackville. Last fall, a group of local residents started a Facebook group to see how they could help. That group is called the Gated Community Association, and they've since become an official nonprofit. Nikki Greer is the president of the association, and Josh Punk is one of those currently living at that encampment. Good morning, and thank you both for coming in.
Good morning, Crystal. Thanks for having us.
Nikki, let's start with you. Tell us more about this group that you're involved in.
Yeah, so the Gated Community Association is a nonprofit that was established to help some of the physiological needs within the encampment space. So there's a group of 5 of us who had met through volunteering at the encampment. We all saw a need, and we jumped in to start getting to know the residents, figuring out what their needs are. But we quickly noticed as a group of 5, we couldn't fund the things needed on our own. So we had to start a registered nonprofit in order to effectively fundraise and keep things very transparent in terms of the things that are being fundraised, is ensuring that we're using the spend properly to kind of help people, to bridge the gap kind of that is between social services and our housing crisis right now. So we have been focused on getting the proper winterized tents, the insulated tarps. I mean, things even down to phone minutes and prescription medication. So yeah, the buddy heaters have been a huge expense as well.
So Josh, you're living in the encampment. How long have you been there?
Like half a year, maybe?
I think he said 8 months. I think 8 months total, but yeah, he's been unhoused for longer than that.
Yes, yeah. I was living in my car before that, so yeah, we kind of just rotate between parking lots and different stuff like that. But basically, my car's broke down. Yeah, I started seeing like the community aspect of what was going on there, and I started having friends there, and so I moved in, and I've been there ever since. So,
what's it like to be spending a cold winter night in a tent?
It's rough. It's hard. Yeah.
Do you ever fear that you're not going to make it through the night?
I haven't feared that, no, because we have the community there. So, I mean, honestly, like, it's pretty gross. I'll spare people details, but I got really sick there one night, and that was pretty scary. That was the situation. But honestly, there are RCMP that are there often, and I walked out and was not in good shape, and there was an RCMP officer there within like 10 minutes just doing a regular kind of patrol, and I just let them know, I was like, I'm sick, I need to go to the hospital. They took me right away.
Okay, all right. Well, that is a bright light, but it is obviously, this is not your first choice to be living in the encampment. Nikki, the community the neighbors in your region have actually been pretty supportive of this tent camp. Why do you think it's a different situation there than other parts of the region where we're actually seeing a lot of resistance?
Well, we do see some resistance amongst our Facebook group, but in terms of the support from the community within the actual ball field itself, like the people that come out, the volunteers, it's been amazing. And you know what, if you really look at it, that's what Maritimers are known for. Mm-hmm. We've always taken care of each other. If there was a neighbor in need and they were going through a tough time, we feed them. As Maritimers, that's what we do. So I'm not overly surprised that we're seeing such level of support and care. And I think what's different now as well is the exposure. So we've been telling people who have biases against those who are unhoused, please come meet them. Mm-hmm. Come meet them. Come see the reality of the situation. Come see that the individuals, for the most part, who are living within encampments are ones who have fallen through the cracks, right? They're ones who desperately need help, but no one's been there to help them. So what we found by working one-on-one with the residents and figuring out, what it is that they need to do, their biggest goal that they need to do to better their circumstance, work on that. We're seeing tremendous benefits of that. So a couple of months ago, we had 54 people living at the ball field. We're now down to 22. Now, many of those individuals went to shelters, but many found temporary homes as well, living with friends, living with family. Some found apartments of their own. But for for the most part, we're kind of stuck right now because we do have people with a reasonable budget, whether that be through disability or assistance, or some people do work, but there's no affordable housing for them to go to.
Josh, you had the opportunity to go into the new shelter at the forum this week, and you chose not to go. Why not?
I have my own struggles. I have emotional dysregulation issues. One of my coping mechanisms is to get away and get space and calm and quiet whenever I need it. I was in there for an hour. There's no way that I could be there for any length of time. It was very distressing, basically, hearing so many conversations happening at once. At the encampment, people have problems. Things get loud sometimes. The echo inside of the forum, there's no way that I could handle that. I was happy to leave. Yeah.
We've only got about a minute left, Josh, but what would you like to see happen?
Affordable housing, but also, like a proactive approach towards trying to, what Nikki's saying, like trying to get, what is it that is holding this person back, or what is the situation? There's a lot of tragic stories when you talk to people, and a lot of the time, people just kind of need someone to help them along the way. But I don't really see that kind of proactive approach coming from any levels of government. That's been happening through the gated community, and that's what I've been seeing regularly. And yeah, so that's what I would like to see, is more active, proactive approach, trying to get people out of where they're at to a much better spot.
And Nikki, finally, I guess immediately, what would you like to see change?
I would like to see exactly what Josh is saying. I mean, it's 2024. We have winterized tents. We have buddy heaters. People have their autonomy within encampments. $3 million in spend for a shelter that doesn't fit people's needs to be addressed, needs to be looked into. That's over $5,000 a month per person living there. That's unrealistic, and I don't feel it's a good use of spend. We need a more proactive approach, and currently we have a capacity issue. The outreach workers, there's not enough of them. If they're looking after 500 individuals, that's going to take them 12 weeks to have an hour-long one-on-one with each one of those individuals. We spend a lot more time. We spend hours a week with each individual within the encampment. And that's the approach that they deserve. That's the attention that they deserve. And they finally deserve to get the help that they need. And they'll be able to progress out of this situation if we take that approach.
Well, thank you both for coming in this morning and having this conversation.
Absolutely. We appreciate you.
We're going to take a break right now. We'll be back with more CTV Morning Live after this. We'll put a link to that Facebook group on our website, and we'll see you in just a few minutes' time.
Hey, welcome back to 726. That was a great conversation, and thank you to them for shining a light. I so appreciate it. You just never know what somebody's going through, so it's nice.
Oh, yeah, just a number. There are so many people living in tents right now, working people that just can't find literally nowhere else to live. So it's a serious crisis.
Absolutely. So we just want to make things a little easier. So this week we've been talking about how we would like to give you something. It's always nice that it's free, no strings attached. This is how you do it, though. So we want you to win a prize, which includes a $1,500 gift card, all right? And along with our partners at Needs Convenience and Fast Fuel, we want you to fuel up for fun, enjoy yourself on us. $1,500, and you can use it at any Needs or Fast Fuel locations, and there are about 145 stores and gas bars around Atlantic Canada, and they are, of course, your headquarters. If you need a coffee, they got it. If you want a slushy, they have it. If you want snacks, fuel, and more, they got it all. And to enter, just head over to ctvatlantic.ca, follow the contest prompts, and then, Crystal, when will it be announced?
Well, the winners will be announced February 2nd. Perfect. Enter. Good luck to you.
Yes, we'd love to give, especially when tough. All right, 7:27, we're going to talk about the next few days. Snow or rain today for New Brunswick, clearing this afternoon, especially if you are in northern areas. 3 degrees will be the high tomorrow, snow returning, 0. -1 on Saturday, and cloudy skies. Now for Nova Scotia, periods of snow today. You're seeing some of those showers pushing in as well. 1 degree will